Imagine waking up each day feeling whole, at peace, and truly in love with yourself. No longer searching for validation or approval, but standing firm in your own power. Picture a life where happiness isn't something you chase, but something you effortlessly attract. What if I told you that the secret to all of this lies within you, waiting to be unlocked? Today, we'll explore the transformative journey of self-love, a journey that empowers you to step into your true potential and attract the right people, the right opportunities, and the life you deserve. Stay with me as we unlock this truth together. Imagine waking up each morning feeling at peace with who you are. Picture yourself stepping into the world, not seeking approval or validation, but standing confidently in the truth of your own worth. This is what true self-love begins with: self-awareness and acceptance. To love yourself enough, you must first understand yourself deeply. Self-awareness is the foundation upon which everything else builds. It's the ability to look inward and acknowledge not just your strengths, but also your imperfections. When you recognize both, you stop chasing an ideal version of yourself that doesn't exist. You begin to embrace who you truly are, flaws and all. And in doing so, you liberate yourself from the burden of constantly needing to meet unrealistic expectations. In a world that is always telling you to be more, to do more, to fit into certain molds, self-awareness becomes an act of courage. It's the realization that you don't need to prove your worth to anyone. You can stop pretending to be someone you're not. True happiness comes when you accept yourself as you are, understanding that you are enough in your rawest form. As you embrace this understanding, you begin to live authentically. You stop seeking validation from external sources, whether it's from others, social media, or societal standards, and you start validating yourself. This shift allows you to build deeper, more meaningful relationships, because when you know yourself, you stop settling for less. You attract people who truly value you, not the version of you that you think they want to see. Think about it. How much more fulfilling would your life be if you no longer had to chase after external approval? Imagine stepping into each day with the freedom to simply be who you are, fully, unapologetically. That's the power of self-awareness and acceptance. Now, let that sink in. Take a moment and ask yourself, are you ready to embrace who you truly are, and in doing so unlock the happiness you deserve? Have you ever noticed how, when everything feels aligned within you, life flows more smoothly? When your mind, body, and spirit are in harmony, you experience a sense of peace and fulfillment that cannot be found anywhere else. This is the power of inner balance. True self-love comes from creating balance within yourself. It's about embracing both your light and your shadow, recognizing that you are not defined by just your successes or your flaws. We often spend our lives pushing away what we perceive as negative parts of ourselves, our insecurities, our fears, our doubts, believing that they are weaknesses. But what if I told you that your wholeness lies in accepting them as much as your strengths? When you achieve inner balance, you no longer look to others to fill the gaps in your life. You are whole. You no longer need someone else to complete you because you have learned to complete yourself. Think about the freedom that comes with knowing you are enough, exactly as you are. This is the ultimate foundation for a fulfilling and happy life. You can't attract the right people, the right experiences, or the right opportunities unless you're fully in alignment with yourself. When you are balanced, you send out a vibration of calm confidence and peace, which naturally draws in those who resonate with that same energy. It's magnetic. You don't have to chase happiness because it finds you when you are centered. Take a moment to reset and reflect. Are you living in harmony with yourself? Or are you constantly in conflict, trying to be something or someone you're not? The pursuit of happiness starts with balance. aligning your mind, heart, and soul so that you can step into each day with the fullness and peace you deserve. How often do you question your value? How frequently do you let others determine your worth based on their opinions or the world's fleeting standards? True happiness begins when you no longer rely on external factors to define who you are. It starts when you recognize and embrace your inherent self-worth. Self-worth isn't about arrogance or self-centeredness. It's about deeply understanding your value as a human being. It's the unshakable belief that you are worthy of love, respect, and happiness simply because you exist. Imagine living with the quiet confidence of knowing that no one else's approval can define your value. That sense of inner strength is the foundation of a life full of joy. When you understand your self-worth, you stop settling for relationships, situations, and environments that diminish you. You don't need someone else to affirm your importance because you already know your value. And when you stand in that power, you set the tone for how others treat you. The right people, those who see you for who you truly are drawn to that confidence. You begin to attract individuals who respect you, not because you're perfect, but because you unapologetically honor yourself. Reset your focus for a moment. Think about the times when you felt undervalued or overlooked. What if you had walked into those situations already knowing your worth? What if you had stood tall, knowing you were enough? The key to happiness lies in this understanding. When you believe in your own worth, the world begins to reflect that belief back to you. You don't have to wait for someone to tell you you're enough. You already are. The first step towards a happier, more fulfilling life is to recognize the power that comes from within you, the power of knowing your own worth. In a world that constantly demands more of your time, energy, and attention, how often do you pause to take care of yourself? Self-care isn't just about indulging in a bubble bath or taking a weekend off. It's about creating the space to nurture your mind, body, and soul, and most importantly, to protect your inner peace. Self-care begins with setting boundaries. You cannot pour from an empty cup. If you constantly give without considering your own needs, you will eventually burn out. Healthy boundaries are a vital expression of self-love. They show the world how you expect to be treated, and they help you preserve the energy necessary to live a fulfilling, happy life. Without boundaries, you are at the mercy of everyone else's demands, and the result is often stress, resentment, and emotional exhaustion. Think for a moment. When was the last time you said no to something that drained you? Or when did you make space for something that truly nourished you? Boundaries empower you to make choices that align with your values and desires. They are an act of self-respect. When you prioritize your well-being, you send a message to yourself and to the world. I am worthy of love, time, and attention, and I will no longer sacrifice my happiness for the comfort of others. Pause for a second. Reflect on your life. Are you truly taking care of yourself? Or are you constantly giving to others at the expense of your own well-being? When you practice self-care and set firm boundaries, you create the energy and vitality necessary to live a life of joy and fulfillment. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. The life you want, full of happiness and purpose, begins when you prioritize your own needs with the same compassion you offer to others. We all carry baggage, experiences, wounds, and scars from the past that shape who we are today. But here's the truth. To live a life of happiness and fulfillment, you must heal from those past hurts. You cannot continue to walk through life with emotional weight that drags you down. True freedom, true peace, comes when you acknowledge those wounds and allow yourself the space to heal. Healing from past hurts is not about forgetting, it's about releasing the hold that pain has on your life. When you continue to carry unresolved pain, it clouds your judgment and colors your relationships. You might find yourself acting from a place of fear or insecurity, always protecting yourself from the possibility of being hurt again. But living in this state prevents you from fully experiencing joy, love, and all the beauty life has to offer. Pause for a moment and reflect on your past. What emotional scars do you still carry? What memories or experiences hold you captive? These past hurts don't define who you are, but if you don't take the time to heal, they will dictate your future. Healing allows you to approach life with a sense of wholeness, not as someone trying to patch up the pieces of a broken past. It allows you to step into new relationships, new opportunities, and new chapters of your life with strength and confidence. Take control of your healing. You are not powerless over your past. You are capable of overcoming it. When you heal from past hurts, you release their grip on your heart and mind. You stop living in the shadow of what was and start living in the light of what can be. Imagine how liberating it would feel to let go of old pain and step into a life that is vibrant, full of possibility, and grounded in happiness. Have you ever met someone who simply lights up a room? Their energy is magnetic, drawing people in effortlessly, making them feel at ease and alive. This energy is not accidental. It's a reflection of the inner state of that person. The truth is, we all emit a certain vibration, and the energy we carry influences not only our own lives, but also the people and opportunities we attract. When you cultivate self-love and embrace your true self, you raise your vibration. You begin to radiate positivity, confidence, and peace. And this energy acts as a beacon, drawing the right people and experiences toward you. When you feel happy, grounded, and aligned with your values, you naturally begin to attract similar energies. This isn't about superficial charm or manipulation. It's about the authentic power that comes from living in alignment with who you truly are. Think about the last time you felt truly at peace with yourself. What was your energy like? You probably felt lighter, more confident, and more open to the world around you. Now think about the times you've been stressed, anxious, or unsure. Your energy likely felt depleted, and you may have found it harder to connect with others or attract the things you wanted in life. That's because negative energy can create barriers, whereas positive energy opens doors. Now pause for a moment. Reset your thoughts. Are you consciously aware of the energy you're putting into the world each day? Your energy is powerful. It shapes your experiences and influences the people who come into your life. When you elevate your vibration by nurturing self-love and inner peace, you begin to live a life where happiness and fulfillment aren't just distant dreams, but present realities. You become a magnet for the life you deserve. In a world that often encourages dependency on others for emotional fulfillment, how powerful would it be to know that your happiness isn't tied to someone else's actions or approval? Emotional independence is the key to unlocking true happiness and living a life filled with self-assurance and strength. Emotional independence means being able to stand firm in your own emotional state, regardless of external circumstances. It's the ability to feel secure and whole within yourself, without relying on others to define your emotional well-being. When you are emotionally independent, you no longer seek constant validation from your partner, friends, or society. You understand that your happiness is your responsibility, and you alone have the power to cultivate it. Think for a moment, how often do you find yourself looking to others to fill emotional gaps in your life? It's easy to fall into the trap of seeking emotional fulfillment outside of ourselves, but this only leads to dependency and vulnerability. When you are emotionally independent, you have the strength to weather life's challenges with resilience. You're not swayed by the opinions or behaviors of others because you know your worth and you trust your own ability to handle whatever comes your way. Reset your focus. Imagine walking into every situation with the confidence that your happiness isn't up for negotiation. Picture yourself navigating relationships, work, and life with the calm assurance that you are complete, whole, and strong within yourself. This emotional independence allows you to make choices based on your values, not out of desperation or fear of being alone. Living emotionally independent means you are no longer dependent on anyone else for your sense of fulfillment. It frees you to pursue relationships and experiences that add value to your life, not to fill a void. Emotional independence is your ticket to a life of true happiness. Unshakable, unbreakable, and entirely yours. Remember that when you love yourself enough, you create the foundation for a life filled with happiness, fulfillment, and the right connections. By embracing self-awareness, balancing your inner world, recognizing your worth, setting healthy boundaries, healing from past wounds, elevating your energy, and cultivating emotional independence, you unlock the true power of self-love. This journey isn't always easy, but it is always worth it. I encourage you to take these steps, trust in your own strength, and move forward with confidence. Good luck on your path to happiness, and thank you for allowing me to share this message with you today.